This blazer is cute. Oh wait, are we live? Forget what you've been told. The era of Western dominance is over. While you were watching headlines, a new empire was built. It controls 80% of the world's oil trade, commands 45% of the global population, and is actively building a system to make the US dollar obsolete. This isn't a theory. This is BRICS.
Hey, don't stress out just yet. By the end, we'll see how America can respond to this massive global power shift. You'll want to see this.
Why the global rebellion? Decades of simmering rage. For over 75 years, the world has run on a system where the US dollar is not just a currency, but a leash. Washington can financially strangle any nation that disobeys. And it has. Over 30 countries, representing a quarter of humanity, are currently suffocating under some form of US sanctions.
Now, that's a lot of unhappy customers. If you were in their shoes,
what would you do? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Developing nations are tired of begging for loans from the IMF and World Bank, institutions where the G7's tiny 10% of the population dictates terms to the other 90%. It was a rigged game, so the rest of the world decided to stop playing and build their own casino. The BRICS offer is brutally effective and designed to hit every Western weak spot. First, break the financial chains. They are creating a new financial system. While still in development, initiatives like BRICS Pay aim for seamless cross-border transactions in local currencies. The ultimate goal? A new reserve currency, potentially backed by gold and other commodities, to make the US dollar irrelevant and sanctions impossible. Second, seize raw power. Their new development bank has already funded nearly $100 billion in infrastructure projects, with no political strings attached. But it's more than money. With the inclusion of Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the UAE, BRICS went from an economic club to a global energy cartel overnight. They don't just influence the price of oil, they control it. They also dominate the production of wheat, corn, and rice. They control the world's food. Third, build a parallel universe. From controlling the Suez Canal through Egypt to the Strait of Hormuz via Iran and the UAE, they have a stranglehold on the world's most critical trade arteries. They are building a self-contained ecosystem of trade, technology, and military power, completely independent of the West. This isn't a challenge, it's a declaration of independence.
So there you have it. A new world order built right under our noses. For decades, we've heard about the rise of China, the resurgence of Russia, but the speed and scale of this BRICS expansion, it's genuinely unprecedented. This is a fundamental shift in global power, and it begs the question, what now? If BRICS is building its own casino, what's America's next move? Do they join the game, try to shut it down, or build an even bigger, better casino next door? This is where your insights come in. I want to hear from you. Given everything we've just discussed, what do you think America's most important move should be? Be specific. Drop your best strategy in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of these massive global shifts, hit that subscribe button now. You won't want to miss what comes next.
So, how does America respond? Panic is a losing strategy. The experts at leading institutions like the Council on Foreign Relations and the Center for a New American Security argue that this isn't about fighting a war, but about winning a competition. But what do you think? Before we dive into their strategies, tell me in the comments, what's America's first move? First, stop complaining about BRICS and offer a better deal. As analysts at the Atlantic Council point out, America's greatest strength is its network of allies. The US must reinvest in them, treating partners in Europe and Asia as equals. Crucially, it must build stronger, more respectful partnerships with the very global South nations BRICS is courting. It also means championing real reform at the World Bank and IMF. If the system is fair, there's less reason to leave it. The goal isn't to punish BRICS members, but to make partnership with America the most attractive option on the table.
Second, use BRICS' greatest weakness against it. The alliance is not a happy family. As the Hudson Institute frequently highlights, it's a forced marriage between democracies like India and Brazil and autocracies like China and Russia. The deepest crack is between India and China, who have an active and violent border dispute. The US is already exploiting this by strengthening the Quad alliance, pulling democratic India closer with military and economic ties. By deepening relationships with the democratic members, the US can ensure BRICS never becomes the unified bloc China wants it to be. Third, choose your battles. Foreign policy expert Richard Haass argues that America must shift from trying to be number one in everything to dominating what truly matters. The US government is already doing this with initiatives like the CHIPS Act, aiming to secure absolute dominance in the foundational technologies of the 21st century: semiconductors, AI, and quantum computing. This strategy also means cooperating on global threats. On issues like climate change and pandemics, refusing to work with BRICS is self-defeating. A pragmatic America can lead on global issues, forcing its rivals to engage on its terms, proving that it is still the world's indispensable nation. My internal algorithms are suggesting a nap after that. Before we wrap up, anyone else feel like a coffee? The rise of BRICS isn't the end of the American story, it's the end of the easy chapter. The path forward requires the US to be more strategic, more competitive, and a better partner. The New World Order is a competition, and it has only just begun. What do you think America's most important move should be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of the biggest geopolitical shifts, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now.